Good morning, guys. It's David from Busy Bee Farms, and this morning I'm going to show you guys our Hardy outdoor wood furnace. And this is the way that we heat our home. It's safer than a traditional fireplace because the fire is not inside your home. So there's not the risk of the fire spreading into your home. This is a basically like a boiler. Like I said, it's made by Hardy, Hardy. They're out of Philadelphia, Mississippi. This is the H4 model, which is 180,000 BTUs. The first time that we light it, I have to kind of watch it and make sure that it gets going. And what it done is overnight the wood kind of got lodged in there and it didn't fall down like it's supposed to, and the coals haven't got built up yet. So what it done is when it called for heat is it didn't have enough coals built up to reignite. So as you can see, we put the wood in. There's a grate at the bottom with the ashtray down here, which isn't really a tray, it's just a big open trough. But the wood just lays in there, and then as it burns, it falls down. There is a blower motor in the back that when the thermostat here tells it needs heat, then it will turn on the blower motor, force air underneath, which reignites the coals, the red ember coals, pushing the air up through, which with this door shut, it only can go out the chimney. That reignites the fire, and then when it gets up to temperature, the blower motor will shut off, and the oxygen depletes in the fire chamber and it goes out. It just kind of snuffs itself out, and it'll just sit there, and the embers will just kind of sit there and smolder until it kicks back on. So this fireplace, this furnace, it does really well. So this is your firebox. It goes, as you can see, it goes, that's the outside wall on that side. That's the outside wall on that side, and you can kind of see how deep it is. So what we do is once a day we'll come out and put wood in. And this morning I woke up and it was running, and the outside of these walls is water. So it's like a big water boiler. And when it gets daylight, then I'll come back out and I'll show you the back, how all that's plumbed and everything. But it works through underground pipes, and it pumps the water. There's a water pump on the back that when the thermostat in the house calls for heat, it will turn on the circulating pump, and it runs through like a radiator, kind of like in your car. It runs through that radiator inside of the central heat and air unit. I got to back up because it's hot. This thing is approximately 3 foot wide, 4 foot tall, 5 foot long. It has, like I said, it has water tank that goes all the way around the outside, and this whole top section is a water tank. It's made out of stainless steel, so it doesn't rust. This thing is, we've had it we got it when we moved in here, so I'm thinking that was 18 or 19 years ago. So we've had this, and we use this every winter. It also works as our hot water heater through the winter time, It has 3 lines in the back, one going to the radiator, one coming from the radiator, the return line, and then one that goes to the water heater. So where your cold water comes into the water heater, the water comes from this. And in the winter time, when this is burning, then it's dumping 180 degree water into the water heater, so therefore it doesn't use electricity to heat the water because it's coming in hot. So it just maintains the temperature, you know, overnight and stuff. So anyways, I lit this yesterday because they're predicting that we're going to have some really cold weather coming in starting today. I think Monday it's only supposed to get up to freezing. We're supposed to get down into the 20s overnight, and they're even calling for a little bit of possibility of some snow, which they'll say that, but we never get it here in Middle Tennessee. But anyways, I had to come out this morning. Like I said, the wood had gotten wedged up inside, and what it does as it burns, it'll get stuck on the next piece of wood. And I just take this T-post I've got standing here as my fire poker, and I'll run it in up underneath it, and then just kind of jack up on it. And what that does, it'll make the wood twist, and it'll fall and go down. So before we put wood in each day, that's one thing that we'll do, is we'll just kind of poke around the fire and make sure that the sticks of wood that are in there are not stuck or lodged, whatever you want to call it. And then we'll add more wood in all the way to the top. And Matthew's not gotten super good at judging the length and stuff. He's done a fabulous job. All this wood, Matthew done. You know, I've been working, gone most of the day. We do have this wood splitter, so it'll only hold a 24-inch log right here. So when I'm cutting firewood, I try to get it to where it will just barely reach up underneath the log splitter right here. I try to cut it at that 24 length, which is longer than a standard 18-inch. Like if you were buying wood, it would be an 18-inch log. But Matthew has cut all this wood by himself, split it, and stacked it. I really have a really good son helper. He tries to really jump in there and get it done. So my plucker, you saw it in here, one of the legs got messed up, so we've got it in here in the dry. We've got the leg off. I'm gonna have to take it to my dad's and stick it on the welder, or go buy me some gas for my MIG welder so I can fix that and then get this put back up in the storage barn. But anyways, I just getting off topic, I just wanted to show you guys. I had to come out this morning and relight the fire. Subconsciously, I'm always listening for it in the middle of the night to kick on and off. And if I hear it run for a long period of time, then I'll get up and I'll stick my foot over the vent. And sorry about that train going by. If the fire goes out, then over time the water temperature will come down, obviously, because there's no heat generating. So I'll hear it in the middle of the night. If it's running a long time, that's because the water temperature is getting cooler and it can't heat the house. So what I'll do is to kind of confirm my suspicion with hearing the blower running for a long time, I'll stick my foot over the vent and it'll start getting cooler and cooler. Well, shouldn't say cooler, it is cooler, but it's just less warm. You know, when it's burning like this, and the water temperature is hot, it puts out really hot air. But as the fire goes out, whether that's burnt out completely or if it gets lodged and the fire goes out, which usually only happens when we first start it up, because the coals are still trying to get built up in the bottom. But when I feel that, like I did this morning, then I know that there's a problem with it, and I'll come out and check it. And I just had to put some more newspaper up underneath it, a little bit of kindling here from Matthew Splitting Wood, and we got it going again. So that's kind of an overview this morning. It's still about 5 a.m. here in Middle Tennessee. As you can see, it's dark out there. It's just starting to lighten up in the sky just a little bit. Might be closer to 6 by now. But I just wanted to kind of introduce y'all to this. I will come back out during the daylight and show you the back, which is where the brains of this thing is. It's a very simple design that they've got, and my granddaddy introduced me to this. He had one when I was a teenager. He got one, and it just, I loved it so much that, you know, when I bought my home, this was one thing that I told him I had to have. Now, I did install it myself. It sits on a concrete pad, and all the pipes had to be buried. So when I was putting in my home, I dug the ditch and put all that in. But that's a quick overview this morning. I'll show you the rest in just a little bit. All right, guys, so like I told you, I was going to bring you back out in the daylight to see the back of it. Matthew's putting wood in, and I was going to show you that. We do, like I said, we do this once per day, and he's just going to go ahead and get everything filled up for the day. To show you the back of the stove, how it works. So set this over out of the way. So like I told you, this has a water tank all the way around it. This is just like an overfill where it did have a hot water pop off, but I've just got a valve on it to where I can hook a hose up to it. It has a thermostat to regulate the water temperature. This is a hose that goes up here, that if it were to get too hot inside, like if you forget to close the door and it starts to boil over, that's a pop off. It just kicked on when you heard that, and what it done is the thermostat here told the entire unit here, that it needed more heat. So the thermostat turned on this solenoid that raised the flapper that goes to the blower, and the blower kicked on, so it's sucking air in and forcing it up underneath. And then this is the water pump that pumps the water through these lines, and these are a flexible copper with like a PVC coating on it. And like you see here, there's 3 of them. You have the one coming out of the water pump, goes around and down. The other one comes back out, and it goes in here to go back in. That's just a continuous loop. And then this one is our hot water to the hot water heater in the house, and then this is our fresh water in. So that's pretty much the extent of the back of the furnace and how it operates. This thermostat regulates the temperature, you know, on and off for the blower motor, and the thermostat in the house regulates when the water pump kicks on and off, when it calls for heat in the house. It has started snowing today, and they were saying that we would just get a light dusting, and as you can see, we've actually gotten, you know, quite a bit. I didn't think it would do this. Normally here in Tennessee we don't get anything. So anyways, guys, that's kind of the way that we heat our water and our home. And as you can see, the smoke is already starting. If you look down in there, you can see embers coming up through there and some fire down in there. So what it's done is as it's forcing that air in there, it's rekindling those coals and starting a fire back up. So we have been very happy with this unit and the way that it keeps our house warm. So I hope that this has been informational for you guys and something that you've enjoyed. If you've not done so before, please hit that subscribe button. Help us to grow our channel, and if there's anything that you want to see or know about, let us know, and I'll try my best to do what I can. Take care, and God bless.